That is so good, guys. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Tina's Easy Recipe. So today on my channel we're going to be making homemade spaghetti. This recipe is another great recipe for you guys. It's super delicious, super easy, super good. I know I always say the same thing about all my dishes, but hey, you know, it's really good over here. I also wanted to just take a few extra seconds to just thank you guys so much for always watching my videos, for keeping me encouraged to keep going. I am definitely way more consistent than what I used to be, and I plan on continuing to be this consistent. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble for this introduction, but I just wanted to take a few extra seconds to just thank you guys so much, so much. Just even when I get like 5 views in a day or whatever, or 5 views, I'm just like, oh my god, 5 people are actually watching me right now. So that, if you think about it that way, like, I don't even have 5 friends, I don't think. So, you know what I mean? Anyways, let's just get into this video. Okay guys, so we're going to start off with the vegetable sauce, and all we're going to need are 2 sticks of celery, 1 red bell pepper, 1 yellow bell pepper, 3 carrots, 1 yellow squash, and 1 green squash. Okay, so first I'm going to roughly chop all of our vegetables so we can add to our blender into about 1 inch or smaller pieces. Alright, and then I just place it into a glass bowl until I get my blender out so we can blend it away. Okay, now I'm adding them to the blender, and we're going to blend until we create a sauce. And I'm going to add 1 cup of water to this. Now this is only half of the vegetables. I couldn't fit all of the vegetables into this one container, so I'm going to put 1 cup of water in this one, and then for the other one I'm going to do about half of a cup, so a total of 1.5 cups of water. Alrighty, so now since our vegetable sauce is completed, we're going to move on to the other ingredients for the spaghetti. So we're going to need an onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 5 cups of spinach, ground turkey, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, seasoning salt, basil, oregano, Italian seasoning, salt, sugar, crushed tomatoes, some tomato sauce, tomato paste, our vegetable sauce, olive oil, spaghetti noodles. Alright, so the first step is going to be to cut the onion and the garlic. And I'm just cutting the onion into dice-sized pieces, and the garlic, I'm going to mince it. And this onion was very large, so I ended up just using half of the onion. So if you guys are using a smaller onion, please be sure to use the whole thing. But if you guys are using a large onion like I am, you guys can only use half if you want. First thing we're going to do is heat up a pot, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and we're going to add our diced onions and saute them until they're translucent. Now once they're translucent, you can go ahead and add the garlic. Be sure to only cook the garlic for about 30 seconds or less so we won't burn them. And then we're going to add the best part, which is the ground turkey, and we're going to mix it all together and cook. So once we mixed our onions and garlic with our ground turkey, we're going to go in with our seasonings. And the first seasoning we're going to go in is with pepper, salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and seasoning salt. We're going to add the other seasonings in with the sauce when we mix that in. And after the ground beef has cooked until it's almost done, we're going to add our spinach. And we're going to cook until it's wilted down. And this will only take about 3 to 4 minutes until it's all wilted down. Alrighty, so our spinach is nice and wilted down. So now we're going to drain the excess juice from the bottom of the pot. And so here comes the fun part. The first sauce I'm going to add is our homemade vegetable sauce. And don't be alarmed looking at this. It does not look appealing. It's bright and yellow. And of course we want that rich red sauce. Once we add our other sauces, it's definitely going to change the color. See, I'm adding the crushed tomatoes. It doesn't seem like I'm adding the whole thing. Now I'm going in with the tomato sauce. I'm going to add this whole can as well. Alrighty guys, so now we're going to go in with our tomato paste, and as you guys can see in this video, I'm going to do it in 2 tablespoon increments. I like to do this because I don't want to put too much, so I'm just going to go in with 2 tablespoons at a time until I get my desired consistency. So at the end, I ended up using 2 cans of this tomato paste. So we're going to add our basil, our oregano, our Italian seasoning, and also a lot more of the seasoning that we used earlier, which is the pepper, the salt, seasoning salt, onion powder, garlic powder. And we're also going to add 2 tablespoons of oil to the sauce. And I definitely season to taste. I'm not going to even try to come on here and tell you guys to use 1 tablespoon of this, 1 tablespoon of that, because everybody's taste buds are so different. And that's why it's kind of hard like filming videos sometimes, because some people want to know exactly how much you put in there. Well, as for seasonings, I cannot tell you exactly how much. Everything else, of course I will, but seasonings, it's really up to your taste. And now we want our ingredients to become nice and incorporated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the stove down to about medium low, and I'm going to place a lid on top and cook for about 30 minutes. Doesn't this look so delicious? Oh my God, it even smells better than how it looks. It looks so good already. All the smells coming out of here, it's just so delicious. And one last ingredient before we wrap all the seasonings up, we need to add some sugar to balance out all the flavors. Alrighty, so this is done now. It looks so delicious and the consistency is right where I want it. I'm going to let this simmer for another 30 minutes just to make sure that all of the ingredients are well incorporated. We're going to make our noodles. So you're going to get a pot out and put enough water about halfway up and add salt and boil it so we can add our spaghetti noodles. And this is totally optional right here, but I like to add my meat sauce into my noodles at the same time and mix them together. A lot of people like to put their noodles on a plate and then they like to top it off with the meat sauce. But in order for all the sauces and all the flavor to sink into the noodles, I just like to mix it beforehand and let it sit for a little bit so it can just be full of flavor, packed with flavor. But whatever you choose is what's best for you. Alright guys, moment of truth. Here's our finished spaghetti. It looks so delicious, and you wouldn't even believe that there's actual vegetables in here, and we put so many vegetables. So this is good for your whole entire family, and especially children, because you know they don't like their vegetables. So this is a perfect meal for them, and you can barely even taste the vegetables. Spaghetti sauce and the crushed tomatoes, they really drowned it out. So I hope you guys really like this recipe. We're gonna take a bite on camera. Obviously, I have my garlic bread. I love bread. Let's take a bite. Let's see. Oh my God. That is so good, guys. It's so fresh. And it's all made from scratch. Like, we did this, you guys. So good. I'm gonna save some sauce for like another time when I want to make some noodles. I'll just put the sauce on top. A plus 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 plus. It's so delicious. I can literally finish this whole bowl right now, but I'm not going to on camera. I'll do it off camera. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you guys really love this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.